All right.
Let me say one of
It's-
us can do it.
I mean,
Oh, that's fine. We're
manage.
live already. We're here now.
Yeah, well,
Greetings.
Oh, and our audio even sounds good.
Oh, good.
That's good. Oh man, new angles, new setup here. Everybody gets to look at the underside of my chin now.
Hmm.
I
did get a new webcam too.
Good.
Very
Finally.
nice.
Oh, yeah, I gotta clear this stupid status. Get out of here.
Good evening.
Hi everyone.
Hope you guys are doing great. We're
We're here.
Still alive.
we're professionals.
Back after a break.
Yeah, we're back after our 1 week break. We are hoping to in the future maybe give you some content to tide you over in our once a month Friday off. Some of us, for some reason, do occasionally want to do other things on a Friday. I don't understand it, but it's also me that wants to do it, so who knows?
a social life outside of. What's that like?
I have been told that it is a midlife crisis and will pass by itself.
Don't know what to tell you. It's all work related.
Hope you guys have had a good.
All work related though.
Hope you guys have had a good couple of weeks, and I hope that I remember how to do this.
I
You wing
forgore. I forgore.
Yeah, for the
Okay. Had to fix my monitors.
for the record, we have done some rearranging in the time off that we've had, and it's
Indeed.
a bit of a mess. So it's fine. It's fine.
A bit of a mess,
It's just like when you rearrange your house and you're like, yeah, I know where everything is now, and then you need to find that one thing.
Yep.
And you know where that one thing is, or you
Yep.
did before you cleaned everything up and put stuff where it's supposed to go.
Change is not always good.
The irony is that the wall that is that the view that we get from the DM's camera now is much cleaner than than the previous view was.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
cleaner, all right.
I'm no longer hiding my collection of ties behind myself. I'm hiding it on a completely different wall. Occasionally, we do play D&D, by the way.
Sometimes.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back, and we're glad that you're here, and we hope that you're glad you're here, and we hope that you're glad that we're here.
And we hope that you know that we're glad that you know that you're here. That
Etc.
We're all in this together.
No, don't do that.
I had it
Don't do
choreographed in
that.
high school. I knew how to do it.
I did the
We
same
did it in
thing.
middle school.
Do
It was
not.
great.
It's why I want to forget it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
High School Musical.
Not an idea. Never seen it.
It's okay. We don't need to do that.
No, stick to the status quo.
Ah.
Hang on. Is High School Musical a Disney property?
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was back when Disney was Disney.
Like
Decent.
good Disney. Like that. This
It was
High
early
School
aughts.
Musical was peak Disney Channel movie. Like it got a release in theaters.
My family had watch parties for the new High School
Yeah,
musical
like
movies.
High School Musical was legit.
It wasn't my scene though, so I only went and saw a high school production of it to support my best friend at the time.
I was like, wow, that's what high school's going to be like. And it was not.
Nope.
Nothing about high school is what high school is like.
Exactly.
Very true.
They made the balance between sports and theater so easy looking. It's not. It was not.
The balance between sports and anything, like any extracurricular activity and
I
like
did
balancing.
everyone. I did
So-
everything.
So, shall we recap last session?
Yes,
We shall. I have
do that.
notes if you need them.
Alright, so last session we traveled south. Told the headmistress of the Arcane University that we wanted to go south. We wanted to help restore the life to the mostly dead Elven Queen by going south to the land of Umbermount through Bulgaria. Joining caravan going south, we spoke with Siegfried, the Lord Commander of the Grim Knights, who gave the party a bit of a hint, a clue, if thou wilt, on exactly how they could arrive at how they could acquire the ask, and also a clue for finding somebody who may have something that could give assistance. The party was eager to get going south, both because Marius has a link to his grandmother in the south. Edwin's parents are supposedly in Bulgaria now. Gale is doing Gale things.
She's trying to take charge as best as she can.
She has taken
favorite
charge.
Supreme leader.
She's doing her best.
She has taken charge by going to the one place that Grim Knights never go.
And taking several corpses along with her.
Soliana.
Remember, if they die, kill them.
Soliana's going because, I mean, first of all, I'm sure it's intriguing, the idea of an artifact that can bring somebody back from the dead when your fiancé is currently a zombie under the control of
Morvain.
King Morvain. And
Yeah.
It's
not why, but yeah.
And she has a duty to her friends.
Yeah,
Boffin didn't want
You know, like,
No.
Boffin didn't want to go, but everyone else is going, so, like, how can you safely not when everybody else is?
Right.
So yeah,
I don't
Boffin's
know
going
about
too.
safely not. There's nothing safe about what we're doing.
Nothing
I mean,
safe
Boffin
about
is-
anywhere right now.
Boffin had a bunch of people that look like him following him, or at least one person that he knew of. And, anywhere that's not
Oh, no,
that
he's
is
blown it out
probably
of
better.
proportion in his mind. Like, it's a whole conspiracy into Capital. Just out to get him specifically now. Like,
Boffin can stay with other Boffin.
It's just a pointing Spider-Man
We just
meme.
put all the Boffin together in one place.
Oh no.
Okay, but that is a
Oh, no.
that is a sitcom waiting to happen.
Yes, it is.
It is.
Boffin and Boffin.
Me, myself, and I. And also,
Dragoncorn's in there as the mascot.
2 and a halfling.
Two
Wow.
and a halfling.
I love it. That's better. Oh, we have fun here.
Y'all are
Love it.
lunatics.
No,
Well,
you're the
anyway.
ringleader of this monkey circus. Takes a
Clinically.
lunatic to corral a bunch of lunatics.
There you go.
Very true.
As our heroes entered Bulgaria, they learned just how odd of a place it is. They found lodging and did manage to find the statue of Marius's grandmother. And
The orc
as
slayer.
awesome as she's been described.
The Orc Slayer.
she is her statue is of her holding up an orc's head, facing the mountain that the orcs had come down from.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
The woman, it's not that she doesn't have that she
impressive.
didn't have. It's not that she had no chill. She had anti-chill.
I mean,
100% maximum no chill.
Mm-hmm. I did figure out that puzzle too.
woo.
It took me a bit because I did it row by row.
You did it the long way.
I did it the long way. Or, yeah.
I was gonna say mathematically.
So you have to translate it into mathematics, and
Mhm.
it's still like you have to have the graph there.
Yeah.
Marius did receive a
Yeah.
clue from the blade of his grandmother's statue's sword at dawn, from glowing glyphs that appeared on the blade.
So fucking cool.
It is amazing.
Oh yeah,
I
what's
love
the
it.
new clue?
Hee-hee.
The new clue, let me see if I can find it. My legacy awaits my heir. The tree is lock and key.
Cryptic. Beautifully so.
Now, I'm not saying there will eventually be a meta as Futile ARG, but we are certainly laying the groundwork for the possibility.
I mean, I'm not one to pick and choose, but a tree's a tree. I don't know if it can be a lock and a key. I might not see some things though, so this might be a
Riddle
new.
or a metaphor or some such nonsense. It's probably not going to just be any old random tree.
I have an open mind.
Three wood elves. Why can't it be any random tree? 3 wood elves shudder. Like,
Tree. It's just a tree.
excuse you.
Gail's grandma. You can hear Gail's grandma Manuvia just in the distance. What?
Also, Edwin's got nightmares again.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Baby.
And only Marius knows.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
They had a hug. They had a very good hug.
Oh. See, well, nobody else was up at that point, so.
Nobody else was up. You guys were still asleep when we went to the
This-
statue, and you know.
This is guy stuff here, all right. This is just dude bonding. Yeah,
Bros.
bro moment.
Nice little bro moment.
As the sun continues to climb over the mountains in the east, and you take down your notes from the statue, do we want to pick up right where we left off? Or are we going to give it a little bit of time?
I think.
Marius does need to pick up
we
his
ought to
sword.
pick I think we probably should pick up right where we left off because there's a few things that we want to do.
Yeah.
Well, by time I'm at hours, not days.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Marius, it is early in the morning. You stand by your grandmother's sword. The runes slowly begin to fade as the sun continues to rise into the sky.
Gonna look back at the statue, like starting to pose, doing the pose.
Old feller from behind you here. Well, you're just like her spitting image, except for, all the parts of you that aren't.
Fair enough. I'm so gonna find that sword. But then, yeah. Once everyone's convened and there's time, he wants to go pick up his sword from the blacksmith.
Right. I assume that Edwin's with you. Do this.
I hope so.
Yeah. I mean, to bold to assume he wasn't sitting down, just like already trying to figure out puzzles.
Ooh, puzzles!
Oh, look, a distraction.
Alright. Marius, you find the blacksmith relatively easily. The blacksmith himself is still eating breakfast and not taking callers at the moment. However, his assistant, a very harried young lad of maybe 16, is eager to give your weapon back to you.
Oh, well, thank you.
He's a halfling. Your sword is bigger than him.
It's like two of them. It's like two or three of them stacked on top of
Baby.
each other. That's a big sword.
He's coming up like, hey, Rossa!
Oh no, honey.
My master guarantees quality.
Nonchalantly pick it up.
My, you're a Tolman.
I get that a lot. How much I owe y'all for that?
2 silver pieces, please, sir.
I have silver. I've got gold. Y'all got change for a gold
And
coin?
Edwin can.
1 moment, please, sir. He's going to back inside and comes back out. Yes, sir, I do.
We're gonna drop a gold piece in his hand.
He'll promptly return 7 silver to you.
Sweet. Well, thank you kindly. I do appreciate it.
Your business is appreciated.
And you're appreciated as well.
Well, thank you. But I just do the shovels. I haven't been promoted to pitchforks yet. Pitchfork sharpening.
Oh no.
Well, I'm sure with plenty of time and effort and hard work,
Buddy.
your diligence will pay off, son.
Just beams at you.
Oh, bless your heart.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, not the bless your heart. Oh.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
Marius, you were just so rude to him. What did he ever do?
I don't know, but it's definitely not sharpen my pitchfork. Not saying that, but he's just
He's a little guy.
just a little guy. He only sharpens shovels. I didn't even know you had to be promoted to sharpen pitchforks. I didn't know that was a thing.
Doing his best.
He's just a wee lad.
It's just a step up from a hoe.
But usually you just take a pitchfork and rub it against a rock or something. But I mean, I guess that's the same. I guess that's the same thing.
Yep.
The Alonwi Forge Master in my head having a fucking conniption fit right now.
Well, best be going now.
Have a good day, sir. His voice breaks.
We will leave. Come on, everyone. Come on.
I mean, he seemed nice.
He was very nice. I didn't know that was the hierarchy for a blacksmith's assistant. But I learned something today, and I won't forget it. I will hold my.
You gotta start somewhere.
I will withhold my social commentary on the conversation. But then, yeah, we'll try to link back up with the others.
All right. So back at the inn, breakfast is if you recall, the inn is just an inn. They have some courtesy coffee, but food is best had at an establishment that specializes in it.
Yes.
See, Gail's the first one. Well, probably the first one up. But, so she's decided to have a complimentary coffee, but is just kind of waiting for everybody to get back together. She figures that Marius probably went off at dawn.
Don't worry, I wasn't alone.
Yay, buddy system.
We gotta use the buddy system now.
Don't split the party. Don't split the party. Don't split the party.
All right.
So she's just kind of chilling and whatever.
So Leon will get the coffee when we'll also take the complimentary coffee as to not be rude when she comes down and stuff.
And as all of you find your way to the common room, Marius, that's when you and Edwin both arrive, as people are starting to get up and around. The building directly next door, owned by the cousin of the proprietor of this place, happens to be preparing breakfast. And you can smell it wafting in through the strategically opened windows of the inn. You smell
clever business right there.
You smell garlic and sausage, thyme, roasting tomatoes. I hope none of you are hungry because I'm going to do one of those things that I do.
Please.
This is the content that I've missed for the past couple weeks.
So sorry to have deprived you. Alright. So, are you guys heading towards breakfast, or are you speaking in the common room first, or what are you doing? The day is yours.
Oh, if
What-
Moffat wasn't awake before, he's up to the smell of breakfast.
Marius' stomach is
Decent
gonna rumble at the
food.
scent.
Look,
There
we've
you
been,
all
like,
are.
on a road for however long. How long did it take us to walk down here?
It's been a few days
Oh,
with
we
the
took
caravan.
caravan.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Couple of days.
Yeah. Sleeping in a proper bed, gonna eat some good food again.
So, Marius, you find what you're looking for?
Found more than that.
Oh,
That was some magical stuff, right? I'll say that. I'm sure Edwin could probably tell more about that, but about the magical portion of it. But thinking that I think we know where to look next, at least.
oh.
I don't know, some sort of clue.
That's
How many clues
more than we
is
had.
your grandma gonna send you on?
Quite a few, apparently.
And for all we know, if this woman has a sense of humor, it's gonna just lead you right back to the crypt.
I mean, for all we know.
That would be pretty fun.
Right?
But got some fresh air, picked my sword back up, and I'm ready.
Alright.
Well, I'd say next door smells pretty good, so why don't we go over there?
Yeah,
and...
no. Yeah, we can talk once we've got some food in front of us.
We can give Edwin a pat on the back. Gentle pat on the back.
Clap him on the back and just send him sailing forward.
Instantly knock the breath out of him.
The wizard dies from 1v4 bludgeoning damage.
I would like to pat the wizard on the back. Congratulations, he's dead.
Congratulations, he's dead now.
Oh, goodness.
All right.
I mean, he's probably already got just his own cup of coffee. It's significantly bigger.
Edwin, you and your massive cup of
Travel.
coffee travel with the rest of the group next door to a nondescript-looking squat building, where you are greeted by a halfling as you enter, with curly brown hair and a ruddy face. Introduces himself as Erder. But don't worry, he doesn't do the cooking. His wife does that. He could burn a salad.
That's
Oh.
impressive.
Why?
That is impressive. Huh.
Why is the salad near fire?
Yeah.
And that's
guess
why
I
I
know.
don't cook, friend.
There's a good
I mean,
point, though.
some people like grilled leaves.
Maybe if they're,
I
sauteed
think
or
burn them
wilted, but
properly.
I don't know. But that's a debate for another time, isn't it?
Right, you are. And he is going to lead you to a seat. This particular establishment only prepares one item at every meal. Like they prepare one meal. You don't order just anything you want. So you find shortly cups of chai tea with local honey drizzled into it.
Ooh.
And then they put in front of each of you a plate of eggs. Now these are poached eggs that have been cooked with sausage. Think like andouille sausage, like a spicy sausage,
Ooh.
cut into chunks.
Oh.
Sweet onions, garlic, bell pepper, roasted tomatoes, thyme, a little bit of red pepper for spice, and salt.
So
It's almost like somebody cooked a vegetable tomato stew, slid poached eggs into it, and scooped it out onto a helping of sausage.
I mean, I wasn't hungry, but now.
very, very hungry.
I will say, so far Brigario lives up to the reputation for its food.
Maybe I should have moved down here instead of Greymore, and I know why some of my cousins did now.
Nothing say you can't after all this is over.
I don't know.
Well, gotta get there, I guess.
You're right. Exactly.
One thing at a time. No reason we can't enjoy the
I'm certainly gonna
amenities
enjoy
while we
on
go.
here.
Yeah, there's gotta be some perks for trying to save
Oh.
the world. Maybe a bit much with the queen.
Goodness. Well, Edwin, you doing all right there?
Well enough.
Well enough?
He had a bit of
Not a whole
a
lot of.
rough sleeping that.
Really, now that you were like finally in
Oh,
a bed,
no.
like.
Just a regular nightmare this time, I hope?
It would be nice, but no.
Oh, no. Oh, dear.
Sounded like bloody murder.
Eh,
Oh, buddy.
consequences catching up, I guess.
Well.
I'd hope for a little bit more time without it, but hey.
Well, maybe we can find you some help, or at the very least we can ask around for where your parents might be.
Don't really know what kind of help there is for this. It's not normal.
No,
If it's caused by magic, can't magic fix it?
maybe, but nothing I know, certainly.
Nothing.
Who knows? Maybe he was just bluffing about it being every night.
Every night.
I mean, you would know better than we do whether or not he's bluffing, but
I don't think he bluffs.
it sure doesn't sound like it.
Wishful thinking, but one thing at a time.
One thing at a time.
Other things to worry about for now.
For sure.
Right.
Well, about as sure as you can be, I suppose.
Not getting a proper night's sleep seems like a pretty big worry to me.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh.
Yeah, I get when you say things like that, it just fills me with concern.
Gail's just gonna kind of reach over and pat him on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Fully on it too.
Long sip of coffee.
Well, maybe we can start looking into where your parents are. Though I would like to get this
Yeah, I guess it'd be one
check
of
out this tower
the deadies.
thing first, if that's okay.
Tower?
Yeah, that's more important.
It would be a good distraction, hey?
I mean, everything's a good distraction at this point. I mean, had a puzzle to figure out this morning, so.
Oh, right.
It was glowing. Like it
glowing.
was glowing. Like the sword lit up. There were, I think, words.
Ciphers.
Ciphers.
Yeah, that ciphers.
Oh.
It was a sight to behold. It was truly something.
Good. I'm
Well,
glad.
goodness, I might have to get up at dawn and go see it myself then sometime. It sounds incredible.
Early to rise.
Yeah, it's neat. The puzzle needs a keyword, and she was holding a key with the word on it.
Oh, I see. Oh, clever.
Don't
Huh.
think I
Yeah,
could
it's
have
just a matter of
solved it.
figuring out what it says.
Kid's genius. I'll say that.
I'm sure something like that will be easy for our genius like you.
Well, I mean, genius is a stretch, but
Well, I got long arms.
And
so.
if you're not a genius, what's that make the rest of us? Like,
Honestly. I'd
Smart
be-
doesn't mean genius. Genius is excessive. I just like reading.
Well, you're very
I'd be
good at puzzling things out. That's for certain.
very good.
Protect him at all costs.
Yeah, what
I
was
just
this you
like
were
books.
saying about a tower, Gail?
Right, the tower that the High Commander told us about. He said that the person who lives there would be able to help us out, give us something that we could use in our negotiations.
Oh, there we go. That's a missing piece of that puzzle.
Well, it'll hopefully account for something. But also, he
I have
mentioned
that
that
would be worth, having in negotiations with some sort of vampire lord or
Mhm.
what's it?
Gail's just gonna kind of just glance around, make sure nobody was paying any close attention to that.
Oh,
Somewhere you hear a fork slide off.
Yeah.
Wait.
Right, we gotta be discreet.
right,
Oh.
discreet. Yes, I can do this. All right.
I know.
I hope
I
so.
know. Out of any of us, I know you can be. I know you can be discreet. You slip off. You slip off to harder knows where. Sometimes.
I think one time that was a mistake.
One time in a very chaotic moment.
I mean, it's been at least 2 times to get you out of Villamond, right?
Well, yes, that's for sure. That time was definitely worth it.
Often's certainly slippery when he wants to be.
It comes in handy.
It does.
Sure does.
But yeah, I say if it's all right with a lot of you, then maybe we can go check out this tower first thing and see after we're done here and see who this person is who can help us. Commander Siegfried did say to.
Hmm.
Did he give
He
any
said
more
to be.
information on that? Okay.
Kind of keep an open mind, he said. Something to that effect. Apparently this...
Mine's been opened more than I've ever had any intention of it being, so...
Yeah. Oh boy. But yeah, he said something about just...
Rather cryptic warning, though, I will say.
Yeah. It's a little bit concerning, but I'm sure it... I have to trust my High Commander. He is the top of our order. So...
Oh, the top?
He's the very top. So, if he trusts this person, then so too shall I. I will have to trust his word. We'll know by the emblem he's wearing. This fellow. It's an emblem of a silver rose or a white rose. So that's something.
Sounds like he'll be easy to pick out in a crowd at least.
Gail's just gonna shrug. I don't know. If he stays in an abandoned tower, it's out of the way. He said.
Really abandoned if someone's living in it.
Oh, there you go, right?
Exactly.
And that's why you're the smart one.
Abandoned, but not really. It's out of the way.
Alright, so the man likes his privacy. Nothing wrong with that.
No. But
Respect
apparently,
that.
whatever he's got will. This will make him square with the High Commander. Owes him a favor.
So
I
he
guess.
owes your. Alright, well, that should make that even easier then.
Yeah, so
I
we're
guess
errand
so.
boys again.
Wonderful.
I mean, someone's got to do it, and I mean, it's probably the least dangerous things we could be doing right now.
Yeah.
I guess the dangerous part maybe comes later, but
The danger's coming, I'm sure.
If it ain't already here.
Hmm.
He's gonna, between bites, just knock on the table.
Yeah.
I ain't
Gail's just gonna kind of do the
superstitious or
same.
anything, but-
Just knock, knock, knock on the table.
I'm not superstitious or anything, but I don't want to curse nothing. I don't want to.
We're not jinxing
It certainly,
shit.
certainly doesn't hurt to do. So
I mean, Grandma always said if it ain't sturdy as wood, can't trust it then, or something. I don't remember.
Something about wood. It was always wood.
Mm-hmm.
Lumber.
That's what
You know, wood elves.
extractive industry.
But I mean, yeah. After that, I mean, Gail's just gonna be ready to head that way once we've all finished eating breakfast.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have anything to do?
I don't think so.
Not off the top of my head.
Boffin, any plans?
what are you looking at? Me? Steve?
I am mentioning Boffin specifically because Boffin was not present for last session.
I know.
So
I know.
I wanted to give you the opportunity.
Thanks.
So,
We'll
as
stick with the group for now.
as the day turns to mid-morning and your breakfast is complete, you head out into Visseria. The town is as lively as a town here gets. It's fairly quiet, children running around playing. It is a clean place in that there is no trash. It is a dirty place in that there are vegetables growing just about anywhere. And there are farmers
Efficiency.
Very
markets
natural.
everywhere.
Very natural.
Cottagecore, the aesthetic.
Cottage
Yes.
core.
Kinda, yeah. Fantasy cottagecore at its best. So,
This is just peak fantasy town.
Yes.
it is where
Love
this is where I would want to live if I lived in this world.
Yes.
Hobbits. Hobbiton.
Hobbitons.
Okay, so somebody remind me, did you find the tower last session?
No,
No.
we have not gone looking for it at all.
Yeah,
I thought we saw it in the distance.
we saw it in the
Like,
distance.
saw where it likely was.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, at least
We have like a general direction on where we were headed.
So how are you going to go about finding the place?
When in doubt, ask the locals.
Exactly. When in doubt, ask the locals.
So who's taking the
Without
lead on speaking with the locals?
Gail can. I mean, this part of it is she was charged with it, so.
Okay,
Darius
good.
will assist wherever she struggles.
Alright, since the two of you are doing this together, Gail, go ahead and why don't you give me an investigation check with advantage, please?
Okay. Let me pull my. All right. Investigation with advantage. Heyo.
22. Alright, very nice. With your advantage, you very quickly manage to find an amenable local who directs you again towards the east side of town, if I recall. And, that old tower, it's been out there for a long time. I don't think anybody's doing anything with it right now, but yeah, it's out there. Kind of
Thank
quiet
you.
part of town. Just maybe about 20-minute walk out of the east side of town.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That's very helpful.
Dirt
You
road.
seen anybody in and out of there? Or?
Oh, there's a light on upstairs sometimes at night.
Oh, so someone does live there for sure? Question mark.
I think sometimes I forget to close curtains.
Oh no.
Ah.
What makes a bit of a beacon of a light coming out of there?
Hi, I get it, because
Shines right through my window at like 3 a.m.
Now, my cousin's sister's nephew's auntie's boy swore one time he saw a big bright flashlight come from that tower.
Flashlight, like not like a flicker, just like a
A whoosh, a big old flash, you know?
whoosh.
Big old
More
flash.
magic nonsense.
That's interesting.
Yeah, your commander say anything about that?
Gail's just gonna shake her head. No?
Reckon y'all ain't heard anything around that. What's going on over there, do you?
Not a bit.
Not a bit.
Well,
Well,
thank you very much.
appreciate your time.
Of course. Do you need any pumpkins or carrots?
Not today, I don't think, but thank you very
I'll
much
take
for
a
the
carrot.
offer. Okay,
Hey,
well,
carrot.
there you go.
Carrot for the road.
Hey,
Carrot for the
carrot.
road.
He will. He'll hand you a carrot out of his off of his table set up in front of his house. This is where he sits, sells vegetables, and smokes his pipe. And
Actually, now that I think about it, let me get 4.
he'll
Oh wait, no shit. This is the good stuff.
he'll hand you 4 large, juicy carrots, and he'll charge you a copper piece for them.
He'll give him a silver for it.
He'll give you change.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the change, sir. You giving us plenty.
Oh, now that's to say as I can't make a living on my own wages as I charge. That's a bit of an insult around here.
No
no.
insult. This ain't no thing about no wages. This is just about paying it forward.
He looks displeased.
Marius, accept a man's change.
Just take the change, big guy.
All right, fine.
He's gonna hand you your change. And
Wait,
Thank you, sir.
why did I picture
Been
this
very
guy
helpful.
just sitting there with the change outstretched with his hand shaking like
he goes from holding his suspenders and rocking in his chair to just stopping.
Like, you take the damn change.
fuck, oh shit, okay, god.
Old man, stop rocking! Old man, stop rocking!
Shit.
Shit's
I
getting
won't
real.
ask you again.
We didn't
Roll
mean
for
it, we're
initiative.
sorry.
All
This
right.
carrot farmer was a level 20 adventurer.
He took an arrow to the knee, but that won't save you. All right.
Start running, you get a 6-second head start.
I'll give you a surprise round to make it less unfair.
Oh. So we'll start heading out eastward.
All right.
Eastward.
Eastward bound, the 5 of you go, and after a pleasant walk through meeting,
Marius? Can I have one of his carrots?
Yes, you can have one of them carrots.
Thank you.
these carrots, by the way, are chunky boys. In the parlance
Soliana's
of
gonna
the...
like Soliana's gonna have bought her own carrot.
They are crisp, sweet, and juicy. And they have
You
been...
want a carrot, Gail?
Oh, no, I'm good.
What about you, Edwin?
We just ate.
I know
Yeah,
some,
now we're
I
walking.
know some horse. I know
And it
some
was a
horses
lot.
back home who would love
Right.
that.
Isn't that what breakfast was for?
Breakfast is for surviving upon waking.
Either way, I
Just
know
like
some horses back
coffee
home who
is
would
for
love that.
surviving upon waking. See,
That's not the
But
same
that-
thing.
No, breakfast is more important.
And coffee? That depends on the person.
got the DM cracking up.
All right.
We win. We win again.
The carrot meta.
People always say that
Carrot
the
meta.
DM, that the GM player versus DM was about combat, but it's not. It's about who can break who.
It's a different sort of combat.
I am
Especially-
a long broken man.
She glad I'm back.
Always. Keep looking up
Oh.
for my webcam rather than down in front of me.
Huh.
Alright, so with the sound of loud carrot crunching, you head east out of town. There's the roads in Berseria meander. They kind of wander around. They are very much walking trails converted into roads on the main streets, and then all of the residential streets are still just walking roads. This particular walking road heads out east and north from town, and surrounded by half of a copse of trees is a stone. A tower is a strong word. It's more like a 2-story house that happens to be more or less round, with a conical roof that has most of its tiles.
Most of them.
That must be it.
Not quite what I was expecting. I mean, certainly it's no Philemon Keep, but it's tower-shaped, I suppose.
Probably enough for whoever lives there.
Old,
Okay.
moldering shutters and curtains are drawn over all of the windows, upstairs and down. And the door is, while old, quite sturdy, and still in its place in the doorframe.
So as we go up to it, Gail's just kind of looking around, just kind of sizing up the place. Just
Maris will walk around the tower.
looks sturdy and
Just Inspect it as
okay.
Marius, go ahead and roll investigation for me, please.
Sorry, this isn't up to building code.
17. Marius, on the side of the tower facing the trees, you find that the second-story window has, first of all, the lichen that's grown on the rock has been scuffed away on the windowsill, and further, there appears to be a couple of pythons dug into the stone where somebody could theoretically hook a ladder or tie a rope to.
Or just climb it, maybe.
Well,
Was there not any door to the tower?
There's a front door.
Oh, okay.
well, there's a
Find anything interesting, or is it all just?
something to climb.
So am I going to knock or?
We should. I mean, we're here
Yes,
to
we're
speak
going to
man.
knock.
That would
I'm
be
not. I'm not sneaking in there.
I'm not that good a climber.
Jillian's gonna
Breaking and
knock.
entering.
That would be
I mean,
breaking and entering.
No, I mean, if we knew what we were looking for, that'd be one thing. But
Solely
I'm
on.
not gonna steal something
As-
from somebody who owes my high commander.
As you knock on the door, you hear a startled scuttling inside, and you hear something heavy, falling to the floor, and then silence.
Are those? That didn't sound very coordinated.
No. Gail's gonna kind of go up to it and listen, and
Sound like
she's gonna try knocking
or-
again.
Make a perception for me, Gale.
It sounded like it fell over.
well, that'd give an excuse to
Perception.
enter to go check on it. Man.
civic duty coming in.
You hear nothing other than the sound of maybe a gentle breeze coming through some gaps in the stonework.
Hello?
You do not receive a response.
She's gonna kind of check to make sure that there's nothing untoward before trying to open the door.
Okay. So make an investigation
Can
if you're going to be examining the door in detail.
We'd hovered on a 1 there for a second. Boy.
You see nothing particularly suspicious about the door. It is quite old. Though the oak that makes it up and the iron bandings are still very intact. It is, however, at a quick test, it is locked.
Well,
I mean, why don't we just say who sent us if they owe him a favor?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Say, Gail's gonna knock one more time and... Excuse me? High Commander Siegfried sent us?
Roll persuasion for me real quick, just for funsies. That wasn't supposed to be a public roll.
Ah!
That's all right.
Yeah, you can delete that.
That's fine.
You said persuasion?
Yeah.
He can roll as many as he likes.
Okay. You feel almost a tension in the air,
Interesting.
but it fades quickly and you receive no other response.
Sir, we heard you in there, and this is rather important.
Have you fallen? Do you need assistance?
Can you, at the very least, answer us so that we know you are alive?
There is another shuffling sound from inside.
Ah.
And then,
1 knock for alive, 2 knocks for dead.
You have to tell us if you're dead, it's the law.
The law.
right? Well, now what, Commander?
I'm not a commander yet.
Your arc?
Fearlessly.
Oh, I would really rather not have to try to unlock this.
Always use the back way.
I don't. That's trespassing.
So's picking
Look.
their lock.
I know. That's why I said I don't want to.
There was
This is important. I mean,
there was a shuffling, a thump, and then no response from them.
How can we even be sure that they're okay in there?
Excuse me.
They might be dying for all we know.
or maybe someone else has already broken in there. And that's why they're not saying anything. They already did something to the usual occupant.
Siegfried said that something you have would make it you square with him. That's why he sent us.
There's
She's
a
trying.
rhythmic tapping
Oh?
sound from inside, but it's not getting closer or further away.
Is it?
What is that?
Rhythmic tapping.
Does it like feel like he's trying to say something with the tapping? Like, is it like that kind of rhythmic, or is it just more kind of like a?
Roll insight for me there, Muffin, please.
All right.
Well, now he won't stop tapping. We couldn't get him to do nothing else, but now he just do nothing but tapping.
Muffin, you think this might be a message of distress?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yeah. No, he's in trouble. We better go in.
Wait.
In trouble?
In
Have to have
trouble.
some sort of code.
Are there windows?
Oh, like the
level with-
scratching you did?
Yeah, exactly.
Are there windows at level with us?
There are, but they are all either closed or well, they're all the shutters on the lower floor are all closed from the inside.
Maybe I could give Boffin a boost up there and.
But Boffin will tap out a quick like help is on its way, like on the door.
Help is on the way, dear. Help is on the way.
What's that? What's that mysterious tapping? Timmy's falling down the well.
I guess let's try and pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead. Please give me a thieves' tools use. Sleight of hand or
Yeah.
how about
Okay. Oh, dang.
Boffin, this is an old lock, and it wouldn't have posed a challenge to you at all anyway. But this you do with urgency and flair, as the lock pops open and lock
well,
pops
Just
free,
an
and the
extra,
door.
just as an extra like flourish, he just like twists the like lockpick like a key, like when he opens it.
And the door opens to a dim room full of covered furniture and detritus from years gone by. Most of it is dust covered. There is a vase with white flowers. They're looking a little sad in it. And on that table, there's a rope hanging from a lamp in the ceiling. And it's kind of swaying back and forth as though recently disturbed, tapping the table as it does, rhythmically.
Ah.
Well, that makes sense.
Okay, well, first
Okay.
things first, we're going to
Gonna get in here.
cast. Soliana's gonna cast to detect magic on all of Tal'Daram.
Unfortunately, we're outside of that radius.
So,
Dang, you're right.
Soliana, as you cast your spell, there is magic above you. And likewise, there is a darting mote of magic moving about the room that hops up onto the table. And
Above me?
no, well, there's magic above you, but then there's also something in the room that's magical, moving
Oh, okay.
around. And the source of this magic jumps up onto the table in front of you, and a black and white tuxedo-colored cat that is quite fluffy, with long whiskers, and
Turned into a cat.
long whiskers, green and gold eyes. Sits next to the sits next to the vase of white flowers, and just stares at you expectantly.
Oh. Huh.
Oh.
Did your commander tell you it was a cat?
He said a nervous man with a cat.
A cat. Something tells me this cat's not just any cat, though.
Is
I
it
think it's
magical?
magic. It is. Can I tell what kind of magic?
Oh, you can tell it's magic? Often says.
Let's see.
I don't know if Soliana's. Well, the spell shows like if there is a school of magic to be had.
Let's see. It is a conjuration spell.
What is the cat or the other thing?
The cat is conjuration.
Yes.
What is the thing above me?
There are a couple of. There's you sense some illusion above you,
Gotcha.
and a little bit of illusion with this cat too.
Well, the cat I think is mostly conjuration, but it's got some illusion, and there's some illusion upstairs too.
Oh, so it's
Interesting.
familiar.
A what?
A familiar.
Familiar. I mean, some wizards and other casters have them. That's what the little cat and squirrel thing were in the college.
Oh, so
Oh,
that's
those
why it's looking at me
things.
like it's wanting to take my coat, like it's waiting for me to.
The
Like
cat
it's waiting
tilts
to
its
take my
head.
coat or something.
Can I
You have a
pet it?
familiar, Edwin?
No, I was never really able to have one.
Marius would
Right.
like to pet the cat.
Now roll animal handling for me, please, Marius.
Marius out here doing what we all are too.
Oh.
Oh, no.
The cat stands as you approach and walks away from your hand, turns around, and sits down again to stare at you.
Looks like
Well,
a no on that one.
That was a point.
Um,
Oh, that was pointed.
Devastated.
Just gonna give Marius a pat on the back.
Why was that rope moving? There's not any like open windows in here, are there? I think we would have noticed those when we were poking around.
Well, the rope's attached to a light, right?
Well, yeah, ropes don't just move on their own, no matter what they're attached to.
Do you guys think maybe he turned himself into a cat?
Or
Yeah,
into
well-
the rope.
There's something upstairs too.
Anything moving up there, Sully?
Is the thing upstairs moving?
Nope.
No, it's not moving.
What do you mean by a rope like hanging from a lamp? Like it's not like a light switch.
So no,
I don't know
it's
how that would work with a.
Oh, I was assuming it was a light switch.
it's more like
What kind of fancy houses you live in?
think like a lamp, almost chandelier like lamp that you would lower a rope to change the candle wicks in or trim the wicks. This one, instead of being tied to the wall, is just dangling, caught somehow at the perfect level on the table to be batted at by a cat.
Oh, okay, it could be a toy.
I see what.
We'll just give a little tug on it.
It seems stuck on the hook quite firmly.
Well, if we are looking for someone with a cat, this is a cat. I guess this someone has a cat familiar?
Cat yawns. And solely it's looking at you with a very flat look.
Can familiars talk?
Slow blink at you.
I guess not.
Cat stare.
I mean, yeah, they can understand. It's just not ours. Doesn't trust us. So.
Makes sense, makes sense. So it's probably, if I had to guess, it's... Well, if it's here, then how, is the caster far away?
So does this cat have two different colored eyes?
No, I will be able to show you what the cat looks like soon, but it's...
Okay.
You pet the kitty.
Gail's just gonna come close to the table and just kind of tilt her head at the cat and just. I don't suppose you would be able to show us where the fellow we're looking for is?
Alright, talking to the cat now. Alright.
The cat slow blinks at you.
Oh.
Could you, please?
You hear a sound on the steps at the back of the room,
Oh?
Oh.
and a young fellow steps down the stairs. He looks rather tired. He's rubbing his eyes. We have visitors. I see you have found Beans.
Oh no.
And you are talking to him. Beans is a great listener.
We noticed.
Not a good speaker, so is there something that I can help you with? I think you're lost.
I am so sorry. We did not know you were asleep. We thought you were in distress from some sort of tapping. Anyway, no, we are not lost. We have been sent here by High Commander Siegfried of the Grim Knights.
His shoulders slump as soon as he hears that name.
Ugh.
What does he want now?
Oh.
Gil, your order doesn't have the best reputation. No matter
We
where
really
we go.
don't. We really don't.
understand why.
We really don't.
What does he want?
Well, I'm afraid the context for that is going to take a little more than a simple explanation. She's gonna kind of look him up and down, looking for the emblem.
He is standing mostly in shadow.
She can see
Oh,
through
that's
shadow,
right.
all right.
He doesn't have any emblem on him at the moment.
Is he wearing his
He-
jammies?
Flowers, if that's close enough.
But you,
He told us. He told us to look for someone with an emblem of a white rose, like his.
please, forgive me. I was sleeping. I'm not wearing my book. Please,
Insight.
go ahead.
Gonna insight.
Yeah. He's hard to read. He's probably telling the truth.
I was sleeping.
Please come upstairs, and we'll talk upstairs. I don't like
I mean,
the
we
bottom
can
floor.
come back in like 10 minutes.
Oh, it's fine. I promise I'm decent. Just I'll put the kettle on and we can talk. He's going to walk
Okay.
up the very creaky stairs that he
Huh.
just moved silently down earlier.
Hmm.
Oh, that's
strange. Open mind.
I mean, it's his house. He probably knows which stairs creak.
Just gonna
Gale would
Keep-
like to.
keep his hand
Insight.
near his dagger.
Gale would like to insight that whole interaction to see if she can kind of get. If she can get a better idea than Mary.
Are we about to
is.
die?
Go ahead.
She's a little nervous.
It's not that I don't trust him.
little
I
nervous.
mean, I'd be wondering what the hell's going on if I woke
Hey, there
up
we go,
from a
dirty
nap
20.
too. But
We basically broke into his house.
Yeah, actually, honestly, the weirdest thing is that he didn't seem too concerned about that.
Gale, nothing seems. I mean, the situation is super suspicious, but he
Mhm.
doesn't seem like he's a liar, and he doesn't seem like he's trying to deceive you. He does seem like he just woke up.
Okay. He seems on the up and up, so literally. I think we'll be all right.
You and your jokes. Never get tired of those.
Is that like a prerequisite for the Grim Knights?
Oh no, that's just me.
Has to make bad puns. Has to be able to make bad puns. Is that like is it a
May-
training
maybe-
manual? Well, we get a
Maybe
Maybe
it's
training
just
part
manual
of
if I make
training.
bad.
Maybe it should be part of training. It might make people like him more.
the knife's gonna go back in his sheath.
No, that one's just me.
Hmm.
But Gale's gonna lead the
You're being
way.
paranoid for a man
Oh.
living in his own home.
I'm not paranoid.
Yep, well, Gale will lead the way, following this gentleman.
As you go upstairs, you notice that it is rather dark, although candles are coming to life. There is a small hearth that is being stoked, and you see this fellow putting a pot of water on the hearth. There's a small table that is covered in notes and a couple of books. A desk similarly covered. As he's worrying about this guy, he picks up. I'm so sorry about this mess. I don't really have visitors. And he's picking up books and notes and moving
it's
them
fine.
off of tables and chairs. And then at the back of the... Sorry, go ahead.
Would you like some help clearing space?
No, please. If I lose my notes,
Okay.
then I will never find them again until I move, and
Understood.
and that will take forever. And he starts kind of shuffling things away, and then behind him, sitting on a larger table, like a dinner table style table, is a standard sized wooden coffin.
Oh, Gale's just gonna kind of freeze.
Yeah,
just-
that's
Oh.
weird.
Oh no.
Hand back on the knife.
Everyone just immediately stops and is like,
Right.
okay.
He's
You
just
see-
gonna pause, but
You're not a coffin maker by any chance, are you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that I forget sometimes I spend so much time with just beans that I forget my manners. I forget it unnerves people. And he's going to tear a big sheet down from the wall and just toss it over the coffin.
That's not better. That's not better. I
Stop.
still know it's there.
I'm sorry. I cannot move it right now. Not this any ease.
Understood.
Yeah, it's fine. It was just a surprise. Just startled us. That's all. Sorry.
If you
Not
don't,
anyone in that, is there?
No, not right now.
Why
Gail's
would you
gonna
say it
venture
like
out on a limb and just. Then does that make it yours? Sir?
So you said that Siegfried sent you?
Yes, sir.
And he didn't tell you that I possess a coffin.
No, sir. He did not.
Open
He told
mind, which
me-
does not cover this.
He
not our
told
target.
us only to keep an open mind because something unexpected. That is definitely unexpected.
Surprise. He starts
Maybe
looking
your
really
commander
nervous.
has his own sense of humor.
You know, maybe we were supposed. Soliana's gonna just like quietly, so that this guy can't hear. Like we were supposed to get a bargaining chip. Maybe the coffin is the bargaining chip. Vampires are weird, right?
is there?
Gail's just gonna kind of just shake her head. Just. Okay, you know what? Where are my
Yeah, I
manners?
am trying.
Marius, what were you doing?
Just for sanity check here, for my sanity, is there any like white or that silver rose that was mentioned before, like lying around or?
Make a quick investigation with a disadvantage because you're looking very hurriedly.
He did say he had a cloak. So
Right, Marius, at a glance around, you do see there is a coat rack, and there is a traveling cloak that looks like it does have some sort of large pin or brooch on it that kind of matches the color. The nervous man steps back and I can see that there may be some need of explaining.
Yes, that would be wonderful. But first, we're kind of lost our manners there for a second, sir. I am Knight Confirmand Galenian Falk of the Grim Knights. These are my companions. And she's going to gesture to the rest. And wait for them to introduce themselves.
bow, take off the hat, the whole shebang.
Marius, Hill Thunder Swords.
Soliana, polite curtsy.
Alright, my name is Einrich, and well, as he steps forward, all the candles and lanterns in the room will kind of glow more brightly, and as he stands before you, he is a young-looking man with very pallid skin. He's thin, and wears a small pair of glasses on the tip of his nose. His cat, Ince, runs up his back and lays across his shoulders. His eyes are golden, with narrow slits like a cat's.
Huh.
Gail's just going to hide a shudder down her back.
Oh, and he's going to reach over to the coat rack and pull his cloak off of it, and as he wraps it around his shoulders with a very disgruntled murr from Beans trying to move, there is a platinum rose brooch on the rest of the
Okay.
cloak.
Okay. Hmm.
Heinrich of the Order of the Platinum Rose. At your service, I am
Okay.
terribly afraid to say.
Well, okay.
Coffin's not the bargaining chip then, but hey. This explains a few things, right?
No, it
Like, it's
doesn't really
nothing, like,
explain
what's
anything
the
at all.
Order of
It
the Platinum
doesn't.
Rose? Like,
I
why
have no
does he have
idea.
a coffin? Like, no.
What I would like to know is why the. You know what? That's a question for after, because he sent us here for a reason, and we have.
Would you like to
Bothered
take a
you?
seat?
You know what? I think I would. Thank you very much.
And the tea is ready, I think. Please, have a sit down, if you would.
Sully's gonna make sure Gale is sat with a cup of tea.
He's gonna whisper something to his cat.
Mhm.
And Beans is going to hop down and start kind of winding around all of you, rubbing up against you and whatnot.
Oh,
Aw.
Aw.
Edwin, what are you doing?
I mean, he's just kind of subtly, not subtly, just kind of examining, just examining with his eyes the man. Because it's just, well, a lot of that kind of lines up with other things he's seeing. I mean, everyone else has picked up on it too, so. Cautiously curious.
I can show this to you guys, I think.
Hmm.
Oh, he's such a baby.
I love him.
I have him. He's so cute.
He's a nerd with a cat.
He's such a
want to
nerd.
Pet that cat.
Look at the fluffy tail.
Oh,
He's a fluffy cat. He is Beans.
He's beans.
Beats.
Beans.
So Heinrich will pour the hot water into the teapot, and after a couple of minutes, pour each of you a cup of tea.
you.
Omitting one for himself.
yeah, no, Buffy doesn't trust like that.
Pardon if it's a little early in the day. Tea does not agree with me before nightfall.
Understood.
Okay, so you will probably need some explanation for what is happening here.
Yes.
Normally my
as
friend
order
is with me, and this is much easier. I am not exactly what I appear to be. I will begin with that.
He mentioned something about that, and I can see why now. So, may I be forward?
Please.
Are you, sir, a vampire?
That is a more complicated question than you may think.
Okay.
I think it's a.
Is it a yes/no question? I'd assume.
Well, you see, it turns out there is a bit of a half in there, much like there are half elves. I am closer to a half vampire. I am not quite. The hunger is there, and I am. I live on the edge of death without quite meeting Harriet herself.
Are you dead or are you not?
I'm still trying to figure that out exactly.
Often, you can't just ask people if they're dead or not.
Well,
Look, we're dealing with a necromancer and his undead minions. It's a kind of important question to ask.
Yes, I have heard about this from the Grim Knights. The Shadow Guard has discussed this, some sort of mess happening up in what is that place up north?
Gatewatch?
Gatewatch? No, it's the country.
Or Valeran?
That is the elven one, yes.
Greymore, then.
Yes, such is the place. The fellows are making trouble for some of his people.
And
Oh,
no, he declared war.
Oh.
Shadowguard.
I mean, I guess if the Grim Knights
Wait,
take
what?
it's all right.
He took that pretty well.
Gale is processing a lot right now.
Forgive me,
And she's
I am not
she's
from
going to put a
Alcipus.
pin. She's going to put a pin in some of it and just. The Shadowguard are real.
What?
The what?
How
The
are
what?
you being sent here without knowing these things?
I'm just part of the Grim Knights. I mean, there are rumors about some secret organization attached to us, but the Shadowguard?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That's what I said.
He's so fucking nonchalant. No, he declared war. Oh shit. Yeah, the Shadow Guard
Okay.
are real.
That's crazy.
Anyway.
Like, you can fill us in on that. Like, just
That-
assume we know nothing. We don't know anything about the Shadow Guard or this
That
Silver Rose Order. Or
well. That is
Well,
probably
that's-
not fair. That is probably above your pay grade. I'm
You know
not
what?
at liberty to talk about that part.
You know what? None of us ever heard that. Don't tell any of my comrades about that.
What?
Any of us.
These
Um,
topics are sounding more like a pincushion.
Yeah.
If
So what
I
are
get
you
the
here
feeling. Right.
You,
She's just gonna kind of dust her hands a little bit and just. Whew. Siegfried said you would have a something that we could use as a bargaining chip for dealing with. And she's just gonna kind of grimace. Lord Harcourt of Umbermount.
The candles all flicker in the room at the same time as he kind of stops. Awkward.
Yes, sir.
And why would you be dealing with him?
fortunately, he has something we, or rather Valerian, needs.
And that whole war thing.
Well, I don't know how much you've heard from the Shadow Guard, but Valerian's queen is dead.
I have heard that. It's rather an interesting occasion when an elven queen dies.
Mm-hmm. We were told that that an artifact to help us would be in Harcourt's possession.
Maybe.
And maybe, right. And, well, we decided to take up that task of seeing if we could talk him into letting it go to us.
Don't make it sound
For
like it was
Valerian's
our idea.
cause.
We were strongly
This was
encouraged
very
by
much
that,
not
that
our
mistress of the
idea.
college.
You are trying to negotiate with Azeron Harcourt.
We will be, yes.
You know, when you say it like that.
That's what the headmistress told us to do, so...
She said he was reasonable.
Did she hit
relatively
her head?
reasonable.
Have you hit yours?
Not recently, no.
Couple times, yeah.
I tend not to argue with dragons.
Perhaps you should. Very well.
Thank you.
The only things that I have that could possibly be of value to Harcourt is probably too valuable to give him. Are you sure that Siegfried sent you to me for this? Maybe
Yes.
just didn't want advice, or
No. I communicated to a higher officer, which got back to him that we were going to Umbermount, and
see, I'm surprised he didn't reassign you to a different part of the country.
I
A different continent.
I don't know. This is all very new to me, Mr. Heinrich, sir.
And what does he want for this?
He says that giving us this object of value is will make you square with him.
He's gonna think about that one long and hard.
Shit.
Siegfried is a bastard.
Oh,
Therefore,
Oh.
he's going to turn and move a few books. With Edwin, you'll notice spines in a couple of different languages. Various treatises on magic that you both were and were not allowed to read.
Boy.
And he's going to set them aside and pull out a small wooden box. And Beans, key, please. Beans is going to run up into the rafters and come down with a key that he'll use to open the box. Slowly, he will open it and pull out a velvet bag. He'll slowly pour the contents of this bag onto the table. And it looks like pieces of a large glass or perhaps gem ball that are nearly pitch black.
Can I ask what that was?
This raised armies in both. What is the place?
In Greymore.
Yes, and also in that other town, Gatewatch.
Mm-hmm.
This was used to raise armies there, and Harcourt doesn't. Well, Harcourt wants this, but he should not have it. But if this will make me square with Siegfried, then this could help me, but fine. He wants it instead, and fine. That's fine. That's fine. He's gonna start putting
Are we sure this is a good
doesn't
idea,
sound
Gail? Like, I feel like we're just, in order to fight against one necromancer, like, should we really be empowering another one? Like,
I mean, Harcourt hasn't really moved against the rest of Ausves as far as our history books say.
doesn't mean he won't.
Vampires are
really leaving out.
vampires are fairly inscrutable, guys.
as he puts all the pieces back in a bag. The young lady is not wrong. There was a saying that I heard attributed to him one time that was told to me by my replacement family that the vampires conquer by inches over centuries. It is likely your great-great-grandchildren who will have to deal with the consequences of your actions today. If any of you live long enough to have progeny of your own.
That's the ideal.
That's the ideal.
Kind of hoping for that.
He's gonna put the bag back in the box and close it back up. So put the key on top of the box and push it towards you guys.
Gale will reach out and just kind of thank you. I think I'm gonna just hang on to that.
You sure about this, Gail?
No, but I have to be.
Do not trust that man. I have never met him. But you cannot trust him. Even more than most vampires, you cannot trust him.
That. Mm-hmm. More so than most vampires. Not that I've met many, but. Whew. Well. Alright then. Thank you so very much, Mr. Heinrich.
Please do not say thank you for this.
Well, it makes you square with Siegfried, but, you know, if we come back, if we get out of Umbermount alive, we are, well, okay, at least I'm not gonna pin everybody else to this, but I am in your debt.
Speaking of that, our debt will be square if, while in that place, even under the most unimaginable tortures and magics you can imagine, you do not mention ever having met me.
Okay,
Hey.
not a word.
He does not know
How
that I
likely
exist.
do you consider this possibility of these things happening?
Him mentioning
No,
the
the
torture and
torture
magic
and
and fairly likely, I would say, based on what I know of him.
cool. Reasonable, she said.
Didn't say what type of reasonable.
If you comply completely, I do hear that, and he pays the taxes accordingly. I hear that Unbomount is a fine place to vacation. Not for me, and I do not wish for him to ever know that I exist.
Here's something.
Is there a...
There are many
I
questions.
ask of you is what's to stop him from just taking this from us if he just wants it so badly?
You would have to rely upon his own sensibilities for that.
Oh, good.
I can say that I have a few of his sensibilities myself. And as long as... Please stop making that sound, this is very distracting. As long as you play by his rules and are making good faith efforts, then I think his code of conduct requires him to at least be polite to you. Do not break the law in Umbermount.
Understood.
Oh dear.
No pressure.
There's not any like weird like laws that like we need to be aware of. Like, I don't know.
He's never
Don't tie your
been
shoes
often.
on a Tuesday. I don't know. Like
I do not know the law in Umbermount other than what has been told to me by my replacement family. And they are not here to ask.
yeah, and he just says don't
Oh.
break the law. It's like just want to make sure there's not any weird loopholes to catch people and breaking obscure laws.
They almost certainly are.
Oh, keeps getting better and better.
We will
Should've known
just
all this
be
before we agreed
doubly
to split.
aware.
Can go back
recommend-
to Philemon with the doppelgangers.
I recommend taking the
Philemon
road
Flare.
north. Greymoor is likely more safe than the place that you are going.
Yeah.
The place that is actively raising armies of the undead to take over the great forest is safer?
At least you know
Umbermount.
where you stand with them.
Oh, okay.
Terrifying.
There's a
Well.
little bit of Harcourt in me, and that could be turned to great evil. You keep making these sounds.
Yes, I'm thinking. I'm sorry.
You sing
is that
very
right?
loudly.
I do. I've had a lot to process lately.
It has been quite.
Does that
It has been
mean
quite eventful.
you're... So does that mean you're his line?
close to it, yes. But that is why he cannot know that I exist.
Understood. Understood. If Siegfried were not the High Commander, I would give him such an earful.
You should do it
But
anyway.
he is.
Yeah, you might not be wrong.
Okay.
I think I actually agree with the vampire here.
Excuse me, that is a little presumptuous.
I'm sorry.
I am not quite a vampire.
Right, you
I'm-
said that. I'm sorry. It's all new. It's so confusing.
I still have
He did
to.
discuss his name.
I still have to consume. I have to behave a lot like one, but I am not. I've not lost control of myself yet, and I am in general not a danger to those around me. And I would very much like to not be in this state anymore. That is why I've been researching the magics that I have.
Oh, okay.
See Edwin just kind of pull out just like a little notebook and just start. It's like fascinating.
It turns out magical light does not cure my condition. The burns lasted for a very long time.
Oh,
Locals were talking about that.
oh God.
It hurt very badly.
I mean,
Oh, the magic, the bright light. Yep, that explains it.
That explains a lot.
I told you it did.
Hmm. Well, this has been extremely enlightening. I've got a
I
lot
can
to
make
process.
it darker if you would like.
You're
Already
funny.
pretty dark in here.
You're funny.
Oh,
I thought that was a joke.
Oh God.
yeah.
Oh God.
not everyone cracks jokes like you, Gail.
No.
Beans,
Most people don't, in fact.
Beans, let's a nice man pet you. And Marius, Beans is going to crawl up onto your lap.
Aww.
I'm trapped. Can't go anywhere.
I can't move.
It was nice knowing you guys.
Oh no, Marius! Right, you have to make a new character. This is how he plans. This is how he plans to off us this time.
Gently.
With our one weakness,
Baby.
NPCs and cute animals.
See, but I don't think this man wants a roommate.
Oh, probably
Or
not.
give a nice
Probably
ear
not.
scratch.
Beans will enjoy the brief ear scratch and then move on.
I will say, Beans is absolutely adorable.
Thank you. He is very good company. I do not get very many visitors.
Well, thank you for seeing us.
Yeah.
We
Thanks
could
for all the
probably
warnings.
we could probably go on our way.
No, that does truly make that. No, yeah, the warnings do. Thank you for that.
Yes. We
Is-
appreciate you very much.
Friendly, polite. Safe travels to you. If all goes well, we will never see each other again.
Perhaps we'll see.
Hope all goes well then.
Well, my
Steward's willing.
my tower, my living arrangements here have been found, so it is time for me to find new ones.
We won't speak a word.
That is. You understand that my
That's
condition.
fine. Not
Hmm?
No, but the locals already have spoken words, so no, he's right.
I mean, they didn't
We
know it
can
was
say anything about
him.
what we're saying.
Someone
No, but it's still
in
weird enough.
my position, my type is not exactly welcome in communities. And I don't.
I imagine not.
I don't blame them. It's a shame because it does seem like some of you would be very interesting people to speak with.
So you
Thank you.
seem a wizardly sort. I'm sure you and Edwin here would have a lot to talk about as far as magic goes.
Oh god, so
I
much.
have been practicing the arcane craft for many, many, many years. I have written several of these books around us.
You wrote them. Oh,
I specialize in light magics and some conjuration. Evocation is truly a specialty, though. But that is an idle conversation, not related to your mission. Best of luck to you all. Don't die in Umbermont, and if you do, forget that you know me.
yes.
Hopefully the first one.
I'd rather not.
If this is a better Vilvish. If and or when you die in Umbermont, I hope it is without torture.
I will take that
Right.
and go with it.
Hope your move goes well.
I hope you can find a cure for whatever this is. As she kind of gestures to all of him. The whole being mistaken for a vampire thing. My apologies.
It's just close enough. I have to do the blood. I have to sleep in the coffin, or at least in the soil of my death. I cannot be exposed to too much of the sunlight, and sadly, most foods make me quite ill.
Oh.
That's a shame.
May you find the cure one day and be able to experience life as a mortal again.
I'll second that.
Good luck to you.
Why? Because he can't eat food normally?
Oh, we know how Boffin is about his food.
One of life's many pleasures. It's not life's only pleasure.
You make it seem like it is.
It's his favorite pleasure.
Gail will get up and make sure that she's got the box and the key. Just tuck that safely into a pouch. Thank you again. And she'll politely excuse us to leave Heinrich to his own devices. My words are not working today. My apologies.
I mean, the vampire thing's not even the worst part of it. Now he's got to find a new home in this market.
In this economy?
Zen, did you say there was a box and a key for the thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey Gail, maybe we should split those up so it's at least not as easy to take from us.
Hmm?
The thing that it just gave us. It had a key.
Right.
I'm just saying that maybe it's best to not keep those in the same place.
Hey, Edwin,
Oh,
do you mind carrying the box in your magic bag?
yeah, I can put it in there.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, I forgot you have that pencil bag. Yeah, even better.
I'll keep the key.
Alright, sound plan.
Idea.
I'll keep the drawing of the key.
And we'll head on out.
All right.
And there's that just kind of like pause and pivot. It's just like, if we're still in town, do you mind if I come by? Talk magic?
Aw.
Aww.
He's gonna. He stops as he's picking up teacups. He kind of stops and looks like he's giving it some serious thought. You are welcome to come by if I am here. I would prefer the evening hours if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I have a feeling I'll be up a lot.
You should get that looked at. It's not good for you.
Food is also one of life's pleasures.
The locals have some quirky superstitions about the sleeping. You might ask if you're having trouble. Some of the folk remedies more valuable than they sound on the surface.
I don't know about this one, but we'll see.
You would be surprised.
Well, it's worth trying anything at this point, probably.
Edvin, right?
Yes, Edwin Illumis.
There is a chance that we may speak again. I will see you then if we do, and more likely, I wish you the best of luck on your travels.
To you.
That, as you guys leave the tower, we're going to take a quick break and get a snack, get some water, stretch your legs, all that, and we'll be back shortly to finish up tonight's session.
Woo!
The intermission will be a little quiet tonight. I apologize for that. I'm still trying to figure out some of the quirks of this. But yeah, we'll be back shortly. All right. We have returned from our glorious slumber.
Glorious slumber.
That thing that Edmund just doesn't get.
Neither do I.
Oh.
So it is after mid-morning tea when you leave the tower. What else are you trying to do today? If anything.
Not cause trouble.
Take a nap.
Yeah. I mean, if that's what'll get you to sleep. I mean,
Get
Head
this
back.
man a soft moss bed now.
yeah,
Head back
you
down.
take a nap, and then we could look into those folk remedies he was talking about.
Well. Surely his old boss will be busy during the day.
All right, Edwin. Let's find out how your nap goes.
Surely. Everyone else can to play Jenga or something. I don't know. I won a kick-ass game of Jenga earlier in the week.
Edwin,
Tower was so tippy.
you have a solid 6-hour nap.
Wow.
And it's you do have a little bit of nightmare activity, but it's because of your anticipation, not because of any magical effect. Did you come
It's
to,
fine. Nap is nap.
I'm assuming Edwin is sleeping up there alone.
Probably.
No volunteers
I mean-
for snuggles?
No, that's weird. Edwin doesn't want snuggles.
I mean,
No, and I'm sure we're keeping an eye on him, but no, we're just letting him sleep. Like, you know,
Yeah, like we're
we're
keeping
not
an
gonna,
eye
like,
on him.
we're not gonna like all leave the inn and like leave him like on.
But... No, yeah, someone's staying behind with him, but
Yeah.
Solian will stay behind.
Okay.
She ain't got nothing to do that day.
All right. Is anybody else actually going out and looking for or doing anything in town?
I mean, Gail doesn't really have anything else to do.
Okay.
So she's just kind of hanging out, maybe going and getting a bit of lunch or a snack. But other than that, she's just kind of hanging out in the room, trying to figure out what the heck she's dealing with now.
And Marius, I assume that you're working on your puzzle.
Working on the puzzle.
Mhm.
Got to find out what
What
the
the-
heck does this mean?
Mhm.
What is this?
Someone else who could maybe help with his nightmare problem, for all we know.
What's that, Muffin?
I said there's someone else who might be able to help with this nightmare problem, for all we know.
You could
Leave
ask.
Frankencorn away from
right.
Edwin.
Dragon going away.
Dragoncorn, were you really in that dream like I had like back in the capital? Or was that just a dream?
I'm no dream, Muffin.
No, but were you in the dream?
I don't often traverse into the dream space. That's not my domain. You're just
Not
thinking
often.
hard of me.
Sure, right. Okay, so you wouldn't know any way to help Edwin with his nightmare issue.
He doesn't even know if it's an issue. Calm down.
Which one's Edwin?
The elf, the one with the blue hair.
I'm not so good at the names.
I see.
I didn't know
Might
he
wanna
was
learn.
having a nightmare issue.
I don't know. I mean, we've all been having weird dreams, so I guess mine had an explanation since you're real. But
Ah, you can touch me.
No.
Oh,
I'm that real. I realize now that might have come off as inappropriate.
Keep the dragon card away from Edwin.
Why are you like here anyways? Didn't you not like it like where you're from?
Call it a vacation.
You picked a real strange time for a vacation, Dragacorn.
All times are strange, Boffin.
Sure.
I took
Right,
a
well,
vacation
thanks.
when you
Oh.
drank the tea and I saw the gateway open before my eyes.
oh Lord.
Oh my god.
Oh,
If you got a
So it
friend
really was.
having trouble, I've heard stories of a fella that might help.
Oh, really? Okay.
A man who knows the dreamscapes.
Okay.
Knows the roads less traveled from mind to mind on the oceans of rest and unrest. You seek the advice of the Nightmare King.
For Nightmare King. I mean, I guess that certainly sounds like that'd be his domain, as you put it.
Oh God.
Why nightmare?
He's the Dream Master.
See, why doesn't he go by that title? I think that's a more pleasant title than Nightmare King.
And why am I called in this world Dragacorn?
Wait, you introduced yourself, I thought.
He
I
did.
did. Because that is the whimsy of the whim.
Sure.
Oh, no.
Heckin' whimsy.
Okay, I was gonna say, okay, I didn't like accidentally like name you that like while I was on the team.
None may name me but myself.
Okay, then I'm right, Dragacorn. I'm having trouble seeing the issue here.
I can't see it all right now. I shouldn't have licked that mushroom on the road.
Oh no. Dragacorn. Oh,
Okay.
I...
Did you realize something like that could affect someone like you?
Many things are mysteries. Do you need more crackers? Or cheese?
At this time, I thank you for asking. And I'm already grateful enough you've answered my questions.
You can always ask me anything you need. Dragacorn will provide. And one day,
Sure.
I may even share with you my true name.
Oh, okay.
But we need to become closer, faster, more intimate friends for that.
Oh, that's.
Keep saying words.
Raising.
And thank you again, Dragacorn. I'll let you know if there's anything I need.
Hey, Dragacorn, can you go kill Morvain?
I mean, that would be great, but like,
You do me one solid.
Just a teeny tiny little favor. Can you go invade his brain? Make him go crazy.
That I feel like that would backfire.
Oh, probably.
yeah, no, I'm not gonna risk that.
Oh, it would be so funny though if it didn't backfire.
Why won't this thing leave me alone?
Dragacorn, how would one contact this Nightmare King?
You gotta ask the folks what know these things.
Oh,
Seek wisdom. Seek wisdom from the older halfling folk. They've had legends about the Nightmare King for many years.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, that's very helpful, actually. Thank you.
Your granny would have told you if your granny lived here, where the skin between the world that is and the world that isn't is thinnest.
Don't love the word.
Why skin?
It's gotta be
Heckin'.
fucking weird.
Heckin' whimsy.
Right. Yeah.
You
It's
could
heckin'
use
whimsy in here.
could have used any other word.
Swear to God.
Skin.
Who's Faye?
Anytime Dragonfly
Flash.
comes up, it's either a great time or a bad time, and we don't know what we're gonna get.
Why not both?
Why not both?
Is it a good drug trip or a bad drug trip?
Yes.
I don't
Roll
know.
right.
I haven't gotten
We're-
past the
we're-
time knife.
We're not gonna. Yeah, we're not even gonna try and like comprehend half the stuff he's saying there. Okay, we're focused. Okay, ask the halflings, Nightmare King. Got it. All right. Hey, Gail, I'm gonna step out and talk to those halflings about those folk remedies, like Heinrich was saying.
Oh,
So I didn't know if
you want me to
anyone-
come with?
Yes, please.
I could use a bit of a distraction from everything I'm having to deal with, so.
Oh, you
Sure.
don't want that distraction.
We could use the company.
Can she?
Nope, that's
hear
directly to
that?
Boffin.
No.
That was whispered in Boffin's ear.
Ugh.
I think I'd rather have Gnarly.
I don't know about that.
Gnarly didn't say cursed stuff.
How do you
That
know?
we know of.
That we know of.
Freaking brainwashed. He was telling Agarona to murder Nira. Like, and that's like not the beginning of it.
Ah, yes.
Anyways, we're getting sidetracked.
Forbidden knowledge.
All right, so I guess Boffin and Gale will go find some older halflings who I'm sure will be happy to share their wisdom with us youngins.
All right. Make an investigation for me, Boffin, with
Of
advantage.
the Nightmare
Alright.
King.
Yes.
We'll get to that later. That's advantage. Old people hang out. It's like I'm just like for a bird somewhere. or
Where
something,
do
like-
old people
Listen for sounds of either bingo or canasta. All right, Boffin. After a time, you do find a. It's mid-afternoon. People are having second lunch, and you find a few older halfling ladies sitting and chatting about gardens and weather kind of quietly, and they get quieter as you approach, and then as you actually they look directly at you, Boffin, not to Gale. But as you approach, one of them looks at you and Eliola Fernvale at your service. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, ladies, if you wouldn't mind, some friends of mine are having difficulty sleeping, and I heard y'all might have some wisdom on the matter.
At the very perception of a younger person asking for advice,
Oh no.
Right.
immediately the three of them turn to you. Now, Ahila over here, she makes a really good tonic. A little bit of alcohol, a little bit of herbs, off you drift to sleep. Off you drift to sleep.
Now, see, it's not just to get into sleep that's the issue. It's a matter of dreams.
Getting a little bit quieter and sort of dreams.
All right, I'll just kind of like glance to like Gale at that.
Nightmares. Really bad nightmares.
You know, I swear this helped me when I was little one, and it helped all my little kids too when they went through that phase where they were scared of the dark at night. If you're having nightmares, you gotta sleep under the sign of the Nightmare King. You gotta hang that right above your bed.
Okay. What is this sign of the Nightmare King? It's not
Well,
something, my granny taught me, so.
Oh, well, your granny did you a disservice, hon, but that's all right. You're not from around Brigario, doesn't look like, so that's okay.
No, I'm from up north, so yeah.
Yeah, the poor folk up north don't get to have the Nightmare King on their side.
Support.
Tell you what, go down the street to the knick-knack shop over there run by old Veda.
Okay.
Veda Grasstopple can get you a well, I think up north they call it a dream catcher, but here we call it a dream caller.
Oh.
Or nightmare tackle.
Nightmare. All right.
That's even better.
Don't just fish it right out of your brain. Hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, no, it's just all fascinating stuff. Thank you. And
Makes sense.
Saying it really helps.
Really helps.
All right.
Or the shot.
It's
Well, thank you again, and I'll thank you all kindly again once my friend's feeling better.
Anytime, young fella.
Thank you.
Oh, as
We'll
long as it
go
stays
along to
sunny.
the knick-knack shop.
True to its name, there's actually a sign out front that says knickknacks. And there are various tea sets, half-completed sets of cutlery, doilies, and various odd symbols that hang about the place.
Alright.
And an older halfling lady, Veda, sits at her table. Smiles brightly at you as you come in. Welcome to Veda's Knickknacks. I'm Veda.
Nice to meet you, Veda. Some friends of yours sent me this way in search of particular sort of knickknacks.
Well, I have just about every sort of knickknack there is, let me tell you. I've got drinking knickknacks, I've got eating knickknacks, I've got looking pretty knickknacks. I've got burning knickknacks, I've got not burning knickknacks, I've even got cooling knickknacks.
Well, today what we're looking for is a dream collar.
Oh. Having some trouble, are you?
Friend of ours.
Friends of mine are, yeah.
Oh, well. Careful. These things are kinda... Well, it's a sign of the whimsy folk, and you gotta be a little careful with them sometimes. You hear Boffin a slightly disgruntled hum behind your ear. But yeah, I'd be happy to sell you a really nice one. She reaches behind her and pulls out a woven symbol that includes there are gems woven into it. Not particularly nice ones, but rough cut gems. The vague impression of it is that of there's almost a face or a skull sort of look to it.
Okay.
Think a horse skull looking thing.
Okay.
Woven into the strings.
Right, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I understand. Dealing with whimsy folk is no simple matter, but I mean, this will help with the nightmares, right?
Always has in the past.
Alright, good enough for me. How much was the to set me back?
1 silver piece.
Oh, okay.
Don't break it.
Pay for helping a friend? Oh, but
Is it okay if
No.
I have a look at it?
Yeah.
Holds it up.
Gail just wants to kind of take a closer look at it.
All right. Gail, are you at all familiar with the whimsy folk?
She is not. She's just kind of, huh. It's interesting. You could show it.
Oh, I don't have it in Foundry. You could show it in the Discord, which is a great time to mention that if you're watching this, you should join the Discord server if you're not already.
Join our Discord server.
it's a fun behind the scenes artwork like this.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Right.
I guess yeah. Thought I put it in there, but I guess I didn't. That's okay. It's in the correct folder now, anyway. But that's interesting. I hope it actually does help. I don't know anything
Right.
about any of this sort of stuff.
No. And maybe it'll help you if you have any more of those weird dreams. So I guess yours weren't exactly nightmares, at least not all the time.
Not that have been like Edwin's.
Now,
No.
I've always been able to get back to sleep.
that symbol is supposed to be asking the Nightmare King to help you. Just
Okay.
keep that in mind.
Right. Well, I mean, help's what we need. That's what we always need, it seems, these days. But, right, yeah. All right. Well, I guess while we're here, seeing anything else you like, Gail?
No,
We
not
just
that I
head
can
back
think
now that
of.
we've done what we've. Thank you again,
Very
kindly.
fascinating shop.
Yeah, thank you again, kindly, Masada.
Of course, come on back if you need any knickknacks or other curios. I've got just about a little bit of everything.
They even
Will do.
have patty wax.
We got patties,
All
we're
right.
all out of wax.
All right, and I'll actually go back to the inn.
All right.
Had a wax. We ran out of beeswax. Sorry.
Should we put this by his bed now, or like this night? What do you think, Gail?
I think we should just give it to him.
All right.
Tell him what it is.
Still asleep now.
All right. Shortly before dinner time is about when Edwin's going to wake up.
Wakey wakey. It's been 6 hours.
A full afternoon's rest.
Soliana and Marius were probably just chilling in the hotel room while Boffin and Gale went out.
Yeah.
Chilling, catching up with each other.
Oh, you're. If there's something you guys are talking about in the meantime, I'd be happy to.
History.
Probably let him ramble on about his grandmother.
I didn't even know.
As you're
Wonder if
rambling
you've
on
ever
about.
wrote-
Sorry, go ahead.
Wonder if he ever wrote any plays about her.
As you're rambling on, Marius, make me a history check, please.
History. Damn it.
Something from your childhood's trying to surface up, but it's gone as quick as it came.
Tragic.
Had a thought. Then, like a bee, just went through my head.
I hate it when that happens.
Well, it probably wasn't important anyway.
Best not to linger on it anyway.
I want to know so bad.
You want to know so bad. We're all on pins and needles. Soliana will let him ramble, make lunch, that kind of thing.
Yeah, they're just hanging out.
Catching up, reminiscing about the old days.
The old caravan.
All right. So, as Edwin wakes up and everybody prepares for the evening, dinner that night is a chicken and pepper stew with a tomato base.
Ooh,
So
do
you-
go on.
If you insist. So
Yeah.
think
Love when he talks food.
think stewed tomatoes, and with the tomatoes cooked with garlic and cracked pepper. Atop which is placed pan-seared tender cuts of chicken with bell peppers, onion slices, lightly salted to bring out the sweetness in the tomato.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little bit of red pepper over top for a hint of spice, like a dusting of cayenne.
Yes. Dusting.
Alongside large dinner rolls that are dense, almost like biscuits. Just absorbent enough to clean the bottom of your bowl. And a delicious light peach cider.
Oh.
Ooh. Yummy.
Yes.
For dessert,
Well, there's dessert.
Of course there's dessert. Of course there is.
I gotta get the right.
Gotta find the right thing.
I have to make sure that I describe this properly. Sorry if I don't do this justice. I'll be doing a
You'll be doing some
yeah.
heritage disservice.
So you're given a puff pastry rolled very thin,
Mm-hmm.
turned, shaped into a cone, and fried, and filled with pastry cream, dusted with sugar, and served with melted chocolate for dipping.
Oh my god.
Oh, it sounded delicious.
Yep,
It's like a beignet, but better.
the actual the real world equivalent to that is Canotillos de Bilbao, which is a Basque dessert.
Mhm.
Ah, that's why you had to do it justice.
Yes, and I know the entree recipe that he was describing. It's called Basquet's chicken.
I want some now.
Come visit, and we'll feed you. Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of food.
Yes.
So I would like to pitch a recipes from Ulivar.
I hear you.
On a completely unrelated note, we're working on an Ulivar cookbook.
Not official cookbook. No, wait. It would be official cookbook of
That
Ulivar.
would be official, yes. All right.
Official.
Official.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, that is dinner.
Yeah, so good news, Edwin. We have something you want to try for your dreams.
Already?
Yeah, we just talked to some lovely old ladies in town, and found some folk remedies like our new friend Einrich was talking about.
I mean,
They
again,
were quite
it's
eager to share.
yeah. Well, I don't know. It's magic. There's not a lot for it.
I don't know. They seem to think it does wonder, and it wouldn't hurt to try. And we were talking about superstitions like earlier, but knock on wood, it certainly doesn't hurt to try.
I suppose.
But yeah, I think we just
It's
have
worth
to
a
put this
shot.
thing up. It's called a dream collar.
Dream
That
what?
I've heard of.
Caller. Meant to ask for help?
Something
I
like
guess.
that.
Worth a shot. I mean, there's been a lot of unexpected everything here.
A lot of unexpected everything everywhere.
Yeah, suppose it's worth a try, but yeah, don't know if it'll help or not.
And if it doesn't, you're not any worse off.
That is true.
And worst case scenario, it makes for a fun little souvenir.
There you go.
Worst case, it's a Bucky's hood ornament.
That is pretty worst case.
Well, I mean, you went out and bought it. How much do you want for it? Or I guess back for it?
You don't owe me anything. We're just trying to help.
It's a gift.
Gift. Those things you'll never got from his parents.
Oh.
That's fine.
Don't worry about this man.
He's fine. Okay.
Really not.
He's absolutely not in the worst ways. Alright.
If he keeps saying he's fine, then maybe one day it'll come true.
It's a spirit.
Fake it till you make it.
Him and
Or-
Soliana got the best plan in the world. Eventually, I'll keep all my emotions here, and then one day I'll die.
Well, like Cal, he's not that bad. He's just ever the optimist.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Except
like
for right
it.
now, because he's tired.
Yeah.
Hard to be optimistic when you're tired. It's hard to
Yeah.
be optimistic when you eepy.
Crank.
He is the light. He is the light of the party.
He is.
Ah, but he is dimming.
Yeah.
Dipping
That's why we gotta
currently.
do something about it.
He's wait, we got the. That's why we got the nightmare guy.
All right.
Yay!
And surely nothing can go wrong.
Oh, yeah. All right.
We
So we'll
just
just hang that up
know.
above his bed or like whatever we're supposed to do with it.
He said to hang it above where you sleep, and
How quaint.
maybe it'll help.
Well, I mean, it's partially why I know the light spell as I do. I mean, it means a lot. Mom taught it to me when I was a kid.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't much of a fan of the dark.
I can't blame you.
Certainly can't blame you now.
Yeah, it got worse.
That being said, can't y'all see in the dark? I mean, it's a lot scarier when you can't see anything.
Mm-hmm. I can.
It's just a little extra
It's hard to make
safety
out
blanket, I
shapes.
guess.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Nicer when you can see colors than just gray.
That's true.
Brightens up the shadows, you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. So yeah, we've got your dream collar. You can have your light on, and I mean, Marius and I will be right here. And Gail and Liliana won't be far either.
Nope.
No, not far at all.
That's honestly still a little weird. Just the idea of
We'll only-
having other
only-
people around.
We'll only be watching you as you sleep.
We're gonna be
That's-
sleeping too.
Marius.
You don't need to say it like that.
No, we should all get some sleep and enjoy being in beds before we're on the road yet again.
Mm-hmm.
Edwin just slept for 6 hours. I don't think he's sleeping.
Just to make up for the sleep you've already lost.
Depends on how brutally exhausted he is, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what cures that really hardcore nap you just took? Another nap. The kind of nap where you wake up and it's like just a little bit of sweat perspired on you.
Fucking When you
What year
wake
is
up
it?
and you're like, what day is it? What year is it?
Nobody speaks English. Everything is a foreign language.
Except here, it's kind of true.
Yeah. So Liana will stay up with Edwin with whatever. If he decides he wants to stay up for a while and the others want to go to bed, she'll stay up with him for however long.
I mean, he'll just kind of stay up reading a book because he's not. I mean, as much as he wants to go talk to vampire, not vampire guy, it's just kind of like, okay, well, he probably doesn't want to talk, and the others probably don't want me going outside.
Not really, no.
The others don't want me outside. I can't really sneak off. I don't want to sneak off. Especially considering there's bad things probably coming for me very soon. But he wants to talk to the magic man.
I mean, I don't know
Go
if
with-
Gail's gonna be able to sleep.
He
It's a
was
different kind of trip.
he was
If Edwin
told
wanted to go out.
Edwin
He
was
was told
told
if they were here.
that if as long as Heinrich was there, he was welcome to visit.
Yeah, I know, but it's just. Look, his social skills aren't great either.
I mean,
That is an
I don't know if
imposition.
Gail's able to sleep at the moment because of everything she's going over in her head.
I mean, otherwise, Edwin's just kind of reading in the common room.
Hmm?
Not so subtly looking out the window.
I mean, Gail will probably go downstairs and just.
I think.
Hey, Edwin. Still up?
Well, yeah. I mean, slept
can't
for
sleep.
way longer than I should have.
Did you want to go see if you can talk shop with Heinrich?
I don't want to bother him any more than we already did.
I mean,
But I mean, yeah.
I'll go with you. I can't sleep either, and honestly, it
I'm
might
sure
be
you
good
have
to.
a lot of questions.
Oh, I do, but I will let you and him talk shop because I think I might just need to listen this time.
The book listening to wizards ramble is complicated and confusing.
That's okay. There's been a lot complicated and confusing these past several weeks,
Yeah.
but I'll gear up and go with you if you want to go. Because I don't mind.
He wants to go, but he doesn't because he doesn't want to impose. But yes.
Edwin, make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh no!
Oh,
Stay awake. Stay awake.
oh.
All right, Edwin, you are tired, but you're very, very functional. But you could go back to bed if you wanted to. You could go to bed if you wanted to.
Go
No.
to bed. Go to bed.
Even with the potential of like a safety thing, sleep is a little bit scary right now.
That's what the skull necklace is for.
Oh, is that all? That's what the skull dream.
Yeah, I don't know if he's convinced on that yet, so.
Was one of those things where they just popped in like, hey, here's this skull necklace. It's a dream collar. It'll help. The old halfling lady said so.
Yeah, if Gail's offering, he'll stick his boots on.
Yep.
Stick his boots on, grab his bag.
Mhm.
Grab his less flashy cloak. Grab the less flashy cloak that the gnome made.
All right. Off you go into the night.
Off we go.
is a short 30-minute walk to the tower. And you can see hints of light filtering out from between the cracks, the shutters.
I guess just give a knock on the door.
When you knock on the door, after a moment it opens. There's nobody behind it, but Beans is sitting on the counter or on the table.
Well, hello.
Hello, Vince.
Beans is purring like an engine.
Beans.
Well, gonna step through the door and I'm gonna go pet the kitty. Or at least see if the kitty will bow.
Beans will meet your hand with his head.
Oh.
It don't.
First try.
Give a little scratches. I assume it's okay to go upstairs.
Beans will lead the way upstairs.
Take that as a yes compared to earlier. Or the cat's just like, feed me. Feed me and you may enter.
Seems like it.
But yeah, I guess just make sure Gail's following and then just...
Yep. She's staying close behind. She's kind of letting Edwin take this one because, like she said, she just wants to be along to listen.
As you come up to the top of the stairs, Heinrich is starting to shuffle books around. Things are looking a little bit more organized, a little bit more packed. He looks up as he sees you approach and... it was Edwin. Right. And Gail?
Mm-hmm.
I see you brought a friend with you, Edwin. That's probably wise when approaching something like me.
That's honestly not really the reason. You're hardly the first, well, not the first vampire, though you're not entirely one.
I do not think
That was other ones before.
it is unfortunate that you have been exposed to more of my kind. Or close to my kind. But don't worry, I have... my appetite has been sated. So not that I would... never mind that. Poor choice of words, sorry.
No, that's fine.
Gail's just kind of quietly just, what? Like, she's not saying anything, but she's saying it all with her expression. Just, I'm sorry, what?
Just look, when you've dealt with ones that actually want to kill you, this is a significant upgrade.
Well, I will take that as a compliment, so thank you. Just be picking up books and slowly putting them into a bag that is not near big enough for the contents that he's putting into it. You know, I didn't expect you to be here today, and I wasn't exactly sure I was going to be able to leave in time for tomorrow evening.
Well, I mean, it's not often I get to see other wizards. Certainly not ones knowledgeable and potentially willing to talk.
You must keep very poor company,
Yeah.
whether by choice or otherwise.
Was kind of by choice at one point. And It wasn't exactly at the arcane college for very long.
Well,
A lot of them were nice, though.
so that's too bad. Perhaps you should go back. I'm sure there's much for you to learn there.
Yeah, no, definitely. Just got other things to do first.
Life gets in your way as life gets in mine. I have been following my other thing for the last few decades, so if you have time to enjoy yourself, I recommend doing it soon, before you're swept away. But that is a grim talk for a social visit. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at those. I have exactly one friend, and that is because she will not leave me alone.
I mean, at least you had a friend for a while. I mean, I only just recently met everyone else.
He gets a really distant look. Yeah. I had a friend for a while. So, magic. And
Yeah, you said you were. Seems we study a lot of the same magic, honestly. And I've been tinkering around with light magic.
I have been trying to work on specifically taking some of the common spells that we cast and making them more appropriate to a cleansing light, similar to daylight or something like that, or the same effects as the what do you call it here in Elsevier? Sorry, my Elsevierian common is somewhat lacking. Hallowed. 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 Is that what it is?
I also just call it radiant.
Radiant. It is that, yes.
Light's a lot.
I've been working on that sort of thing, which turns out does hurt me greatly. The iron is not lost on me.
Hey, it's another kind of tick in the not being as bad as an actual vampire. Pretty sure they wouldn't touch that with, well, they wouldn't even attempt it.
No.
I mean, it's pretty interesting that you've been trying it.
My studies have revolved around attempting to cure my condition, and for the handful of others out there that may be like me, I'm the only one that I know, though Siegfried seems to maybe be hiding something about that.
And he seems to hide a lot of things. But...
Gail's just gonna nod.
You don't live as long as that man without hiding things. He reminds me of a story, actually. He reminds me of a legend, even.
Edwin just take a seat. He just look eager to listen.
Okay.
Sorry.
I see. I am not a great storyteller. I will try. So the legend goes that a long time ago, there were two men who both lost almost everything to the war against one of the stewards. And one saw the ruin of his family around him, and he cursed the order for abandoning him, setting him up for this failure, and the other remained steadfast in his strength. The bitter man listened to the words of one of his enemy's generals and took great power from him. The other was given great might by the Ardors themselves, and they were destined to always fight one another from the shadows. One walks by night as the other by day, one under the sign of the shadow and the other under the white rose. And while they will never strike directly against one another, they, until the end of their line, the two men will never stop fighting. I'm not a very good storyteller, I'm sorry. See, that is the legend, though, and supposedly one or the other will take the lead eventually, but it's just a legend. It just reminds me a little bit of Hogwarts. I think the legend is probably where Siegfried got his idea for his specific white or platinum rose.
Well, I mean, the other half certainly sounds like what we've all heard about Harcourt. I mean, like they were saying he was really, really old.
He is ancient beyond ancient. And he will spend an hour or two sharing magical notes with you. And that's what we're going to call it for tonight.
And doing it in secrets.
Yes.
I am sure that we'll be picking up on Edwin having a nice, pleasant dream next week when we all get back together on Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you for sticking it out with us. Thank you for spending your Friday evening with us, and we will see you next time. Have a good week, good weekend, and all the other stuff in between. Good night.
Bye.
Friday.